Welcome to this episode of Riding Shotgun with Charlie. This one's going to look a little different, it's going to feel a little different, and it's going to sound a little different. I was fortunate enough to have a booth at the NRA annual meetings Radio Row, which is something new the NRA is doing at their annual meetings. I was able to do a number of audio-only interviews, and what you're about to hear is one of those. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do. If you're listening to the show in podcast form, please leave a positive review. And if you like the show, share it with your friends, because that is how we get the Stagecoach across America. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to this episode of Riding Shotgun with Charlie. This is one of the pit stop episodes that we are recording in audio only at the NRA annual meetings in Atlanta, Georgia. And I have with me Stephen Ziadie from Patriot Mobile. Stephen, thank you so much.
A pleasure to be here.
Oh, you guys have been on the scene for a hot minute here.
So we started coming up on 13 years now.
13 years,
yeah,
wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We are rocking and rolling. Business is like off the charts. I mean, our company has grown, 180% in the last 24 months.
Wow, that is pretty incredible.
Yeah. So
we're
pretty psyched.
Yeah.
Obviously after the elections, things just whole new attitude on everything. And we're out there fighting the fight, man.
Very cool. All right, so give us the quick, what is Patriot Mobile?
Yeah, so Patriot Mobile, we are America's only Christian conservative wireless cell phone service provider, and we are mission-based. So we're unique in a couple of ways. We're mission-based, so we're mission first. The cell phone company funds the mission, and that's why we do what we do.
Yeah.
But we're also unique on the telecom side because our service, we have all three of the networks, all the three top-tier networks.
Yep.
And our service is the same prioritized service on the same towers as all the big three. So really, we can actually say we're the only MVNO, which is a mobile virtual network operator. And there's hundreds of those out there. I won't name them, but you've probably heard of some of them. That really has all three and not deprioritized service. Sometimes a big barrier for people, I get it. Your cell phone's just got to work. Right. So if I'm coming over to a different company that's not one of the big three, is it going to work? Well, it works 100%. Nothing changes. If you're on one of the big carriers over there and you have service right now and you come to us, nothing will change. The only thing that changes now is you're supporting the Christian conservative causes that fall under the four pillars of our company, which is First Amendment, Second Amendment, pro-life, military veterans, and first responders. So we give back to organizations. Every portion of every bill paid at Patriot Mobile goes back to organizations that defend those causes within those four pillars.
That's fantastic.
And, that's why we're at NRA. We've been huge supporters of NRA for many years and many of the other gun rights organizations because we believe in defending our 2A rights.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I know that Diana Muller, you guys, she's been with you guys for a while.
She has.
And she's great. And I've seen her post on her social media that she will be in, Thailand or some crazy place in some competitions.
Yeah.
And everyone's using her phone because she's the only one that has coverage.
We were just at our booth talking about it, actually.
That's the ringing endorsement right there. We're in Thailand. Nobody has coverage except for Di with her Patriot Mobile.
Well, here's the thing. Again, it goes back to the same service. Is my international going to work? It's the same. Your international is going to work wherever you travel all over the world.
Right.
It's going to work. Really, nothing changes, like I said. So we have 100% U.S.-based customer service. So there's another big difference. You call into Patriot Mobile, you're going to talk to somebody in Texas or in California. That's where our call centers are. And people don't leave us. I mean, our pricing is competitive. So you're either going to be maybe a few dollars more or a few dollars less. In some cases, a lot less. we put you on the right data plans. Our people really spend time going over with you how much data you really use, as opposed to just selling you a big data plan that you don't need.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I had what did I have? I have AT&T, had AT&T, and what did I do? I had to renew my contract, and they said I forget how much data I had, but I had a couple trips where I was using more data than I was paying for, and then I went back and I had to renew this, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we don't do that anymore." I'm like, "You don't do this anymore?" I'm like, "This is what I need." They're like, "No, everyone's just unlimited." I'm like, "Oh, come on."
Yeah, and not to disparage anybody or anything. That's a whole time for another discussion about unlimited, right? Everybody, unlimited is not really unlimited,
right?
There's a certain amount of high speed unlimited. I mean, high speed data, and then everything is unlimited, but you get throttled,
right?
And it's just how the industry works. We just tell people about it,
right?
Yeah,
that's.
But we got to get you on Patriot Mobile.
I am.
All right.
Well,
I figured. I hope that was going to be the answer.
I'm new. I have two new affiliates, and they came across at the same time. So I'll get an email from one of them, and I'm like, I'll see it during the day when I'm driving. And I'm like, wait, which one got back to me? I can't, because it was only legit. It was within a week. I set up an affiliate with Patriot Mobile, and then I set one up with U.S. Law Shield.
Okay.
And
I believe you're working with Philip.
Yeah. I was talking to. He was a great guy, easy to talk to, and so he got me all set up with stuff, which is great. And I get the discount code RSWC. I told him I wanted Charlie. So this is one of the things I talked with. I talked with someone, one of my friends, and they're like, "Well," I said, "What should I use?" Because I call my show RSWC, Riding Shotgun with Charlie, and she's like, "Well, what do people remember?" And I'm like, "Charlie." And so she's like, "Well, go with Charlie," because I have friends that have been on the show that call it driving with Charlie and riding around with Charlie and drive by with Charlie. So she's like, "Just go with Charlie." So I tell Philip, I said, "I want to use Charlie as the discount code." And then he writes back, he's like, "Charlie Kirk has that."
A little bit of a...
Right. So I'm like, dude, if I could get some of his points, that would be awesome.
What about shotgun?
I didn't know shotgun would be enough. So I picked RSWC. So that's what my discount code is. All right. Now, you were telling me before we were kicking things off that you guys are behind Jason Aldean's new tour.
Yes. So very exciting. We signed a deal, and we are the sponsors for Jason's 2025 Full Throttle Summer Tour.
Incredible.
Tour kicks off at the end of May. There's a few shows, and then really kicks off in July. And it goes till October, I think, and we'll be on tour with them. He's endorsing us in a lot of different ways, and we're really excited about that. Actually, also signed a deal with Brittany Aldean.
His wife.
To promote us as well.
Gotcha.
And so we're real excited about that. We're preparing, and we've been so busy getting all that squared away because we're less than a month away from kicking that off.
That's great.
And he's just great. He loves our brand. And
nice.
It's all good. Yeah.
So I have a Jason Aldean story. I know this is crazy talk. 32 years ago, a long time ago, another lifetime ago, I was playing in a band, and the guitar player in the band is Kurt Allison, his lead guitar player. So I toured with the band was called the Blues Other Brothers, and after I got out of college, I toured with I got a phone call from a guy, says, "Hey, we got a band, we want you to play trombone." So I'm like, "All right, I'll do it." So I joined this band. Kurt was a guitar player.
We know Kurt.
Yeah, he's great. And so we ended up moving. We were on the road for 3 months, and then we ended up moving to Nashville, and we had a house band gig at Maribel's, which was down on 2nd Avenue. It was next to the Spaghetti Factory. I think it's now B.B. King's place. And so I played there for 6 or 7 months. And then we had a month with no work. This was really cool. We went to, we did a gig for a couple weeks in Helsinki, Finland, which was pretty cool. And we opened up for Dolly Parton at one of these things where she gives kids money to graduate high school. I get to play at one of those. And so fast forward a bunch of, I ended up, the going joke in Nashville is, what do you call a musician without a girlfriend? And the answer is homeless. And I thought that was really funny until I had to ask my girlfriend if I could move my stuff in her apartment. I'm like, this isn't funny anymore. I'm out. So fast forward a bunch of years. I'm married with kids, and Jason Aldean and Kelly Clarkson are on American Idol. And I'd become friends with Ken, Kirk's dad, and he's like, hey, we're super excited. You know, Kirk's going to be on American Idol tonight. So I came home from something, and the wife and the kids were watching American Idol, and I said, I know you guys aren't going to believe this. I used to play in a band with his guitar, with the guitar player. They're like, no, you didn't, Dad. I'm like, no, I really did. So that's the only connection I have to Kirk, which is cool.
They have a podcast. Try This in a Small Town. That they started.
Kirk wrote that song.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
And so he and Tully.
The bass player.
Yeah, they started a podcast, which we've been on.
Oh, very
and
cool.
They promote us. So, yeah, those guys are great. We met them, yeah.
That's awesome. All right, well, listen, we need to wrap things up. Thank you so much for being on the show, Stephen. I'm happy to be a new Patriot Mobile affiliate. I need to start promoting it.
You do. Free month off.
A free month off. That's what it is. All right. So if you go to patriotmobile.com/RSWC, you get 1 free month on Patriot Mobile, and they're on all 3 of the big networks: AT&T, Verizon, and
the other big one.
The other one. All right. The other one that starts with a letter from the alphabet.
All big, yeah.
Well, I appreciate your time. I thank you for being on, and I thank you for the opportunity for being an affiliate. And you guys did the Wi-Fi at SHOT Show this year too, didn't you?
We did.
Yeah. That's a big deal.
That's a big deal for us. Yep.
Are you guys going to be going to GOA's Goals?
We are. We have a big booth there.
Very cool.
And, we have a whole line of connectivity devices as well. So we're not just cell service.
I heard about this.
Yeah.
I heard about this. I might have to check one of those out.
You do. Yeah.
All right. Very cool.
Pleasure. Big time. Yeah.
Pleasure was mine. I appreciate it. Thank you guys very much. Thank you guys for listening to the show, and we will talk to you soon.